Hey guys, Jordan Longhorn Tactical. Today we're going to be looking at and comparing 3 keychain flashlights from 3 different brands. So first we have the Nitecore Tip SE, then we have the Olight I1R 2 EOS, and we have the Fenix E02R. I want to first say these are all great keychain flashlights. They're perfect for everyday tasks that require a keychain flashlight, such as going on a walk at night and needing some extra light, or looking for your mailbox or car keys in the dark, or even checking under your couch for looking for something that you lost. Deciding which one's best or which one to choose is really just a matter of preference, and that can be found in the details in each light. So I'm going to tell you which one's my personal favorite at the end of the video, so just follow along. So we're going to start with brightness. First up we have the Nitecore Tip SE, which has a maximum output of 700 lumen, which is pretty impressive for such a small keychain flashlight. Then we have the Olight I1R 2 EOS, which has a maximum output of 150 lumen. Then the Fenix E02R has a maximum output of 200 lumen. So when it comes to brightness and max output, the Nitecore Tip SE clearly is far brighter than the other two, so Nitecore gets a point for that. So now we're going to talk about settings in runtime. So first up we have the Nitecore Tip SE, which has 4 different brightness settings, which can be accessed by using the power button to turn it on. Then there's a second button here to navigate through the brightness settings. Also, if you use the second button and hold it down, then you can access turbo, either when the flashlight's on or off. Tip SE on high, which is 180 lumens, which is close to what these 2 flashlights do, gives you a runtime of 1 hour and 30 minutes. And the low, which is 1 lumen, gives you a runtime of 50 hours. So the Olight I1R 2 EOS has only 2 brightness modes, low and high. The low is 5 lumen and the high is 150 lumen. The way to access or turn on the flashlight is you take the tail cap and you twist it in a clockwise motion until it turns on. And then if you keep twisting, it'll go from low to high. To turn it off, you just twist it in a counterclockwise motion. And so on high, it gives you a runtime of about 15 minutes, while its low of 5 lumen gives you a runtime about 6 hours. So the Fenix E02R, which is very similar to the Olight keychain light, same way to turn it on, and to switch from brightness levels, you just take the tail switch and you rotate it in a clockwise motion until it turns on to low. Then you keep twisting and then it'll turn on to high. To turn it off, you just rotate it the opposite way. It also only has 2 brightness modes, low and high. So at 200 lumens, it gives you a runtime of 25 minutes. And then low, which is 15 lumen, gives you a runtime of 6.5 hours. When it comes to runtime and having multiple brightness modes, the Tip SE is the far superior keychain light, just because on low it has hours and hours more of runtime, and it also has 4 different brightness modes, while these 2 only have 2. Once again, that's kind of preference when it comes to a keychain flashlight. Maybe you don't want a lot of brightness modes, you want it to be very simple like these 2. So I'll refrain from giving a point for that, just because that's very subjective. But when it does come to runtime, the Tip SE is the clear winner. So next we're going to jump into battery and charging, which, by the way, all of these keychain flashlights have built-in batteries, so none of them are removable. So the Tip SE, for example, has a built-in 500 milliamp lithium-ion battery, and it is USB-C rechargeable. It has a USB-C port right here on its side, which is usually covered by the clip, and you can slide the clip down to expose it. The Olight I1R 2 EOS has a built-in 70 milliamp lithium-ion battery, and it is micro USB rechargeable. So as you can see, you can't really see the port, and that's because it's hidden under the head of the flashlight. And in order to expose it, you just take the tail cap and twist it in a counterclockwise motion until a spring will open up the flashlight and the port is then exposed. To close it, you just push it together and twist in a clockwise motion. The Fenix E02R is very similar to the Olight one. The port is hidden, and in order to expose the micro USB port, you just rotate the tail switch in a counterclockwise motion until it unscrews. So there's no spring in this one. It kind of just unscrews, and then the port's exposed. Then to close it, just rotating clockwise motion. So the Fenix E02R has a built-in 120 milliamp lithium polymer battery, and it is also micro USB rechargeable. So a lot of people, they prefer USB-C charging cables over micro USB, but I think that it really doesn't matter when it comes to a keychain flashlight. The batteries aren't very large, so they all charge relatively fast. So when it comes to charging ports and charging abilities, I think once again it's very subjective and it's up to you, so you give a point to whoever you want for that one. So now we're going to talk about what really matters when it comes to keychain flashlights, and that is size. So you don't want a keychain flashlight that's too big or too heavy. It has to be able to fit on your keychain, and of course your keychain usually goes in your pocket. With the Nitecore Tip SE, it's about 2.36 inches in length, 1 inch in width, and ½ of an inch in height. And it weighs about a bit less than an ounce. Then the Olight I1R to EOS is 1.73 inches in length, about ½ of an inch in width and height, and weighs a little less than ½ of an ounce. The Fenix E02R is 1.89 inches in length, about ½ of an inch in width and height, and weighs 0.53 ounces, so a bit more than ½ an ounce. So when it comes to size, clearly the Tip SE is much larger than these other two keychain flashlights, with the E02R and the I1R to EOS being very similar in size. The Olight keychain light is slightly smaller, so they get a point for that. So lastly, we have included accessories, and that is just accessories that come in the box along with the keychain flashlight itself. So with the Tip SE, you get 2 keychains and a key clasp and this clip that goes onto the flashlight. With the I1R to EOS, you get 1 keychain and a micro USB charging cable. With the Fenix E02R, you get a keychain, spare O-rings, and a micro USB charging cable. So when it comes to included accessories, I understand that the Tip SE does not come with a USB-C charging cable, while the other 2 keychain flashlights come with charging cables. But the thing is, I feel like charging cables, especially when it comes to micro USB or USB-C, are so easy to find. You probably have tons of them laying around your house, that those accessories aren't necessarily important. When it comes to having this clip or this key clasp, the key clasp makes it really easy to attach and detach from your keychain, while this clip is a great accessory to have. You can put it on your hat whenever you're going for runs at night, or you can attach it to your Nerf gun so you can see everything whenever you're peeking around a corner. So I think that when it comes to included accessories, the Tip SE is the winner. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, these are all solid keychain flashlights, and you can't go wrong with either one. In my personal opinion, I do like the Tip SE a lot more, and that is mainly because of this clip that I mentioned earlier, and also it having buttons as opposed to twisting the tail cap. And the reason being is because with buttons, easy one-hand operation, and sometimes you're in a situation where you don't have 2 hands free to twist the tail cap. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you think, or if there's any other keychain flashlights I should look at, let me know. Thank you.